Hey guys, I'm Joey.
And I'm Mark. We're sitting here in the Guitars.net showroom, and we're taking a look at this T-Rex Mudhoney II.
And you notice on the Mudhoney II, we're gonna have a few more controls than the Mudhoney I, and that's because we've got two of them in the same box. You notice we have one Mudhoney here and a second Mudhoney here. So this is gonna be two of those. We got two identical channels here. You can set them up to be exactly the same, and then when you press either button, it will sound the same. They are down to their unity levels, identical channels. And what that allows you to do is be able to create two different tones to be able to play with to bring your amp to the next level. So let's say you have one set up for your drive sound and one is set up for a boost. Maybe you have one set up for a cleaner, sort of just pushed pre-sound, and the other's your lead tone. What's fun about it, knowing that they're exactly the same, you don't have to play any games about wondering which channel is gonna do which one better. You got two of the same to be able to come up with two different flavors of the same ingredients.
Cool. Can you run them together?
The channels are completely independent, so they won't interfere with each other, they won't play with each other. And honestly, that's what's kind of nice, is when as soon as you switch one on, it takes you away from the other one. You don't have to worry about whether we're blending. It is just a hard switch between two great tonal options.
And you only got to push one thing instead of turn off one and turn on the other.
I can't focus on that many things at once, and I'm not so good at the tap dance game, so this is the type of pedal for me where as soon as I want the other one, we go ahead and just turn that on, and it switches between the two. Today we're gonna be hearing this guy through the Aurora 35 from Third Power Amps. Man, this is our Dumble killer here. We keep the Dumbles around just so that we can use them to sell these guys. This is an incredible clean platform, incredible drive platform as well, which is why it's gonna be fun to be able to take this guy and feel how it can take the cleans and the drives and push them both to a new level. What are we playing through today?
I selected this really cool VOS Gold Top off the wall. It is for sale. I chose this off the wall because it's a fantastic guitar, and I thought it would be a great way to show what the Mudhoney can do through the Aurora. So I'll give you an idea of the clean tone first. This is the bridge pickup wide open, volume at 10. This is the cleanish tone. No real grit, just not sparkling clean. And then we set the Mudhoney II to a higher gain sound on the normal channel, because there's a normal and a boost option for each side of the pedal. So it's the lower gain option with the gain maxed out.
Let's go ahead and hear the muddiest part of the honey. Yeah.
The honeyest.
The honeyest part of the mud. Bright, crisp, just enough of that finger compression to really let some of those notes sing out, and then enough hair on the edge of that sweet honey sound to get you in a really aggressive classic rock sort of territory. Remember, that's with the gain maxed out.
Now I'm going to try it here with the volume backed off to about 7 and with my fingers.
Sponge it up a little bit.
I didn't like anything I played there.
But your tone was so excellent that maybe you could come around.
Appreciate that. Okay. Maybe we move on to the high gain side.
One thing I think we should showcase is when we're talking about moving to the high gain side, you have the opportunity to run the gain up or down on its own knob, but there's also an independent, normal, or boosted function for each of the individual channels here. So we got all the knobs at the same settings here. We're gonna go back and forth between the two so that you can hear the specific difference between the normal setting and the boosted setting. Mainly, you should hear what will feel like a little bit more preamp gain, a little bit more compression, and just a little bit more hair and low end in general, as if you're running a boost pedal. Let's check that out. that they're going to be tonally very similar. There's a little bit of a volume boost that you're going to experience with that, but largely what the magic is that it's not changing the color of it at all. So you don't have to worry about mincing colors or mincing voices. Each one is meant to take the tone that you've got and just elevate it that much more. You can feel that boost in there without it changing the tone that you've already built.
So we didn't change any knobs. We just plugged in a different guitar and pulled her off standby. So this is the same gain settings, and I'll run through the 1 and 2 setting that we were just doing on the Gold Top, and then we'll explore some more knob options. And if we feel real crazy, we might even turn a knob on the amp. We usually don't have to do that with third power stuff. You usually just fire it up.
Third power, turn it on, let it drive.
So level one.
In the meantime, let's go ahead and we'll start with the same settings that we had with the Les Paul, just so that you can hear it with a different guitar.
Actually, let's start with dry settings first. This is the dry sound.
Clean.
Level 1. Let's get some deeper exploration through these knobs. So I'm just going to stick on the normal one, and I'm going to go from the gain to the bottom of the top, tone knob from the bottom of the top, and then search for a sound that's not the one we've been banking on, which is tone straight up and down gain. Well, I explored the knobs and I wound up at the same exact spot. Tone and gain about noon is kind of the sweet spot of this.
And
at least for this rig.
For what it's worth, I think that that's a great place to live for a pedal, because that means that the way that it is out the box, normal as normal settings can be, seems to be where we like it. And honestly, in my experience with these, that's where these guys like to live, is that some T-Rex products are great at coloring your sound and changing it into something new. Others are great at getting the best out of what you're already trying to cook up. And like we were saying, we usually don't adjust these third power amps one little bit once they get turned on. That's the sound that you want. This is taking that and just pushing it into the next lane. These guys do so much boosting. It is an overdrive distortion pedal after all. They do so much boosting that you might like the voice of normal better. I mean, there were some points in there where we had an almost clean sound, and it was just giving our bass a little bit more tightness, giving our high end a little bit more compression and sting on it. And maybe we didn't really want to have that fat pushed, fat hot rodded sound.
Right.
Maybe we just wanted to bring the heat up without hot rodding it, right?
The boost does seem to kind of boost lows and highs. It's not just volume. It seems to be its own.
It is the gas.
So, yeah.
Yep, and it's pushing the gain too.
Cool. So if you wanted low gain stuff, you could just do one. It's like more of a volume boost type idea. And then the other one gets it all the clean, little grip. And then without changing the sound, just another level.
Well, that certainly was the mud, wasn't it?
And it was sweet like honey.
I wonder why they named it that.